Hey, Roger here, signing in for the BFN. Today our channel is excited to add to our new segment series called the Stock Radar. As we are committed to keeping our viewers in the know regarding undiscovered, underexposed, brand new asset classes and emerging issuers in the world's markets. Today, we are sharing a West Coast cannabis company with grow operations in the San Fernando Valley. That's a small cap entity. They have created a new and innovative product to help alleviate aches and pains, not to mention their recent intentions to share their products and expand their footprint into the Canadian cannabis industry. All this information being shared is for entertainment and educational purposes. We here at BFN are not licensed investment advisors, and no past performance is indicative to future gains or losses. We appreciate your time here at BFN and encourage all of you to keep on winning. You got to keep on watching. So like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your alerts, and I'll see you on the other side. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Roger Chowdhury, signing in for the BFN, the Business Financial Network. And today we'll be talking to you guys about an exciting company in the cannabis sector. Obviously, you guys have probably heard cannabis is poised to become legalized in the United States, and we believe that this cannabis play that's in the small cap sector is one to put on your watch list. Now, I really like this screen. This screenshot is really calming to me, as I've been a medical marijuana grower for many years, and anyone that's a grower can relate to the fact that this is a really calming vegetative image. So check this out. Using science and technology to create truly disruptive products for the recreational and medicinal marketplace. So the company is Gpft, symbol Gpft, trading on the OTC market. Who is Gpft and what do they have to do with cannabis? Gpft is a fully licensed premier cannabis manufacturer and distributor in the California legal cannabis market with its own branded product lines. Gpft's corporate headquarters are located in Westwood, Los Angeles, California. Gpft is managed by a team of experts who possess the experience, skills, and resources required to succeed in the competitive cannabis marketplace. Gpft delivers truly disruptive patented cannabis and hemp-derived products that have fundamentally changed the way individuals use THC, CBDs, and hemp-derived CBDs, capitalizing on the rise in demand for these unique products. Our patented Hourglass topical creams have solved the inherent difficulties of efficient skin absorption of THC and cannabinoids, such as CBD, CBN, CBG, and CBC, as well as hemp-derived CBDs and cannabinoids. The architecture of Hourglass cream gives us the ability to formulate endless variations of our topical delivery cream to tailor to specific needs of our clientele. We have harnessed cutting-edge science and technology to bring patented, truly disruptive products to the medicinal and recreational marketplace. The name Gpft was chosen because grapefruit juice has a chemical in it that can completely block CYP3A4 from breaking down THC and CBD in the stomach and intestines, thus creating the high as well as increasing the bioavailability of cannabinoids in our patented topical creams. The one thing I got to say to the audience here, bioavailability is a huge factor in any aspect of cannabis consumption, okay? Especially on the edible and topical basis. A lot of companies don't understand that, and they just put stuff inside of their products not really knowing the bioavailability of it. More importantly, not having the consumer understand that, more importantly, right? Just because it says a lot of mgs or milligrams on the packaging, that doesn't mean you're getting all of that bioavailability. If anything, you're getting much less. And that's something you guys can research on. Grapefruit's cannabis and CBD extraction laboratory and distribution facilities are located in the industry recognized Coachella Industrial Cultivation and Ancillary Cannabis Park in Desert Hot Springs, located on the extension of North Canyon Road, approximately 10 miles north of downtown Palm Springs. We provide wholesale, retail, distribution service throughout the state of California to ensure our brands, as well as the brands we work with, get into dispensaries. Grapefruit's motto, a high you can trust, embodies our philosophy and ethos that we manufacture, procure, and distribute only the highest quality topical creams, all natural cannabis flowers, concentrates, and related products that are free from pesticides, heavy metals, and bacteria. We cater to all recreational and medicinal cannabis enthusiasts who want to experience consistent, high-quality cannabis products over and over again. So there's a little bit about their distribution, their manufacturing. Let's get a little bit into the team and about us. Beautiful logo. A high you can trust. Okay. Let's read this. Grapefruit Distribution is a premier distributor of all things cannabis in California. Our company proudly serves all licensed medicinal and recreational dispensaries from the Coachella Valley to Sacramento. We also serve licensed cannabis event organizers. Our huge inventory of cannabis products can be delivered within 24 hours of an order. Wow, that's really fast. Our wholesale distribution arm sources high quality, competitively priced raw materials for other manufacturers and distributors. Whether it's fresh frozen, dry trim, bulk flower, or distillate, Grapefruit tailors the transaction to meet the needs of our wholesale clientele. Wow, cool. Founders' personal experience with cannabis. Grapefruit Boulevard was founded by two brothers who have personally experienced the positive effects of cannabis in the 1980s. The following is one of the brothers' experiences. Grapefruit is something that I've always dreamed about, and I'm incredibly happy to be part of. My story with cannabis is very personal. I have experienced the medical benefits that come from cannabis, and I know that my suffering was stopped all because of a plant. I could concur, as I'm a medicinal patient myself. In 1987, at the age of 19, my life was forever changed when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I was shocked at the news. I always thought it was normal to be constantly thirsty, tired, and fatigued. I spent several days in the hospital learning how to manage my disease. It was very tough at first because I was afraid to give myself injections many times per day. I eventually overcame my fear and settled into a routine. My blood sugars were finally under control for the first time in years. I say years because looking back on how I felt, I missed all the signs of having type 1 diabetes. There was no Google or WebMD, not back then. I was finally able to gain weight for the first time in my life. I went from 179 pounds to 202 pounds in about 6 months. This may not sound like much, but I happen to be a 6 foot 7 inches tall. So you can imagine what I looked like. I was happy. I was working out at a gym. Things were good. Then the floor fell out from beneath me. I started to have pains in my stomach. At first, I ignored it for several weeks thinking it would go away on its own. Unfortunately, my stomach pain would only get worse, and with it came nausea. I felt terrible each and every time I ate anything. My symptoms grew worse in a matter of weeks. I was unable to hold down food, and my blood sugars were out of control. After several trips to different doctors, I finally received my new diagnosis. I had diabetic gastroparesis. This is a condition where your stomach essentially freezes up and doesn't empty food from the stomach to the rest of your digestive tract. But I had no clue what this was or why I was lucky enough to have it. All I knew was I was vomiting every time I ate, and when I wasn't eating, I was in pain. My stomach had been destroyed. I went from 202 pounds to 159 pounds in less than 2 months. I was miserable, and my mind was taking me to very dark places. Yes, I was seriously depressed. Was this my life? I started taking a powerful steroid to help my stomach function, but the steroids did not help my stomach pain, severe nausea, and depression. I was literally a few days from being hospitalized, but the only thing that saved me from my pain and depression was cannabis. It was a miracle for me. It was the difference between me eating or having to be hospitalized with a feeding tube. I smoked it. This was way before vapes. At night, just before dinner, and it took away all of my symptoms. I was able to eat and not get immediately sick. It took me almost 1 full year to recover. I know I would not have made it without the medicinal benefits that came from cannabis. To this day, I'm a proponent of medical marijuana because I know from personal experience how important it is in providing help to people who suffer from serious medical conditions, so I'm proud to be a part of Grapefruit Boulevard. And there is their safe harbor statement. That's a really great story. Very inspiring, to say the least. Gorgeous logo. Let's find out a bit more. Bradley Yoris is the CEO of Grapefruit, a licensed cannabis branding, distribution, and manufacturing company in the state of California. Grapefruit is a publicly traded company, ticker Gpft, which is the parent company of Grapefruit Boulevard Investments, Inc., the licensed entity. Brad has seen the medical cannabis market grow ever since the late 1990s and understands the distribution model and its logistical and legal issues using track and trace metric as to cannabis. By the way, this is a system used in California to track and trace cannabis production. He has seen how cannabinoids have mitigated the effects of autism, epilepsy, cancer, glaucoma, and chemotherapy nausea. These benefits drew him into the desire to promote the benefits for those that need medical cannabis to assist the patient in reducing harmful effects of his or her ailment. We cannot use the word cure, but we can say there are studies that show there is a benefit in using cannabis to mitigate and reduce side effects of a condition or treatment. Brad also understands the planning and operations of Grapefruit's cannabis distribution arm and extraction lab in Desert Hot Springs, California, and was instrumental in its planning. Grapefruit's distro carries many different products from Humboldt. That's a huge sector in California that's synonymous with really good cannabis. The company's extraction lab manufactures THC distillate oils and crude oil. That's RSO, by the way, guys. RSO or crude, whatever you want to call it. The company is interested in biomass tolling opportunities with licensed and permitted farmers. Further, Grapefruit has the only patented time-release cannabinoid topical delivery mechanism, known more commonly as patchless patch 8 to 10 hour release time profile. Wow, that's unique. This THC and CBD delivery mechanism tech should be in the California market by the fourth quarter of 2020. Finally, Mr. Uris understands how to be flexible given his business and legal background and can adapt in the ever-changing landscape of legal cannabis and CBD world, and he truly believes the predictive cannabinoid delivery can bring tremendous health and wellness to the world. Daniel Uris, his brother, the Chief Operating Officer. Daniel Uris is the Chief Operating Officer of Grapefruit USA. Mr. Uris is a California licensed attorney and real estate broker. He is a licensed expert in the cannabis space. Mr. Uris has gained extensive experience in all facets of managing a California cannabis business, from sourcing, purchasing, selling compliant cannabis goods to retailers, to ensuring compliance with state and local cannabis laws and regulations. Mr. Uris is smart, precise, and will bring clarity to the regulatory atmosphere of cannabis, as well as his comprehensive working knowledge of the operational aspects of distribution and manufacturing components of grapefruit for our entire team. Wow. Really experienced and well-grounded management. That's really, really imperative. Let's check out this hourglass. It's trademarked. That's really exciting, actually. Oh, they got a video. Let's check it out.
Hourglass by Grapefruit is a new, healthier way to enjoy cannabis. You need not inhale nor ingest to experience its effects. In fact, you don't need to touch a cannabis flower at all. The work is done by a patented topical cream that, when applied to the skin, microparticles form a patch-like layer and deliver beneficial cannabinoids along with THC directly to the bloodstream over time. Experience all day or night relief with a smooth, sustained release. Applying Hourglass is superior to smoking or vaping, which is bad for the lungs and delivers only short-lived effects. Hourglass by Grapefruit is not just healthier, it's discreet and convenient. It won't leave a residue, and you won't smell like weed. Receive the full benefits anytime, anywhere, on your terms. Learn about how Hourglass by Grapefruit is disrupting the cannabis industry by visiting grapefruitboulevard.com/investor-relations.
Wow, cool video. Packaging is really nice. Look at this. This is the Entourage, the THC and CBD delivery cream. This is an image of a lab tech in their lab in Desert Hot Springs. And this is their CBD Hourglass. This is the CBD one as opposed to the Entourage one. Cool. Grapefruit's unique tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, and cannabinoid time-release topical delivery system is a game changer. We've harnessed cutting-edge science and technology to bring our patented, truly disrupted Hourglass topical cream to the medicinal and recreational marketplace. THC and other cannabinoids are not easily absorbable through the skin, a problem that we've solved. Our novel delivery system uses patented micro-sized particles to slowly deliver THC and a wide range of cannabinoids through the skin. Topical administration. We are in a league of our own. There is no other topical cream product on the market with our patented and novel delivery technology that provides users with a holistic benefits of THC, CBD, CBN, CBG, Delta-8, THCV, and CBE all in one, I guess. And they have analysis. That's great. That's awesome. You guys can read more about this yourselves. I really am intrigued about this patchless, the patchless patch. Cool. And there's their trademark. Awesome. Oh, and here, really imperative. This is their laboratory tests. So this is of January 22nd, 2021. So relatively new. And they're breaking down all the concentrations in one jar of all the various beneficial cannabinoids. Awesome. You guys can find all this information at grapefruitboulevard.com, by the way. Grapefruit status of progress, January 7th, 2020. So this is from last year. Wow. All right. Honey oil, isolate, CBD1, 2. Testing was performed using the method described. Oh, wow. So they're using, that's great. Official lab results. Particle size. Wow, well detailed. Gentlemen, great work. Awesome team. Well thought out. I'm impressed. So they have a bunch of services you guys can check out, all on your own. And let's get into the investors' relations, as that's an imperative part. Oh, wow. These guys got the OTC markets directly on their website. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Showing all the trading. Awesome. Very cool. So these are some press releases. Wow. Lots of updates. Lots of updates. Let's look into one of these updates, these most recent ones here. Okay, Grapefruit USA Inc. announces preliminary revenue growth of 714% for calendar year 2020 over calendar year 2019. The company achieved currently unaudited total revenues of approximately $3,672,353 for the year ended December 31st, 2020, and an increase of approximately, wow, that's a big increase, or 714% over revenues for the year ended December 31st, 2019. The company had a combined average growth rate over the last 3 years of 350%. That's huge. Here's what the CEO says. Our eye-popping 714% year-over-year revenue growth achieved during the worst global pandemic in modern history was especially gratifying and demonstrates the deep strength and resolve of our company's team. We continue to expand our indoor premium exotic cannabis flower distribution into the entire California wholesale marketplace. Despite a myriad of logistical difficulties engendered by the pandemic, we successfully executed on the Hourglass initiative. After 17 months of exacting efforts by Grapefruit and its scientific team, we brought the patented disruptive Hourglass topical THC cannabinoid delivery cream to market, thereby forever fundamentally changing the way that individuals use THC and cannabinoids to obtain their holistic benefits. The demand for Hourglass has been robust, and user reviews have ranged from very satisfactory to downright spectacular. We believe 2021 will be our breakout year to achieve our goal of gaining recognition as perhaps the leading US-based, technology-driven, fully integrated cannabis company. Finally, the Hourglass experience may only be purchased from Grapefruit Gpft and its authorized agents. Really, really great update. And this was as of February 8th, 2021, so very recently. Let's look at their trademark around this. Gpft is announcing today that it has obtained California trademark protection. There's a registration number for Grapefruit's patented disrupted Hourglass THC cannabinoid time-release delivery cream. The Hourglass name and logo are now protected intellectual property rights of the company, which prevents all other operating in the cannabis space from exploiting of such property. Really key. The company is also possesses common law, first-in-time trademark protection of Hourglass. The company will obtain its federal trademark protection when the federal government legalizes cannabis, expected by many to be later this year. Obtaining our California trademark protection for Hourglass is pivotal for us to protect our intellectual property rights and goodwill with respect to Grapefruit's Hourglass line of products. It is only fitting that Grapefruit has exclusive rights to Hourglass name and logo, since Grapefruit has an exclusive license for use of patent technology upon which Hourglass time-release delivery cream is based, and is the only enterprise on earth with technical know-how to manufacture the Hourglass delivery cream for the regulated cannabis market. That symmetry is exquisite. Securing our trade name is another step forward in the dawning of the Hourglass era. Hourglass products may only be obtained from Grapefruit and its authorized agents. We previously secured California trademark and service mark protections for Grapefruit corporate name and other product lines like Sugar Stoned and Rainbow Dreams. There are two other product lines, folks, on their website. You guys can check those out. Currently, the federal government does not allow cannabis companies to obtain federal trademark protection for its intellectual property. We, however, have long understood our operational environment and moved to protect our intellectual property rights at the state level, because such state level registration provides Grapefruit with a significant level of protection on a national basis via common law, first in time use of our product names. We believe that protection of our intellectual property rights is important to enhance and protect Grapefruit's value for its shareholders. I fully concur. Let's talk a little bit about this expansion into Canada, which is, I believe, me being Canadian, is pretty exciting. So this is as of March 1st. So this is really, really new. Grapefruit is further updating its recent announcement that it has been approached by a Canadian cannabis company to enter into discussions concerning a potential acquisition transaction. The discussions have evolved to include development of a memorandum of understanding, an MOU, setting forth terms under which the parties could enter into a joint venture to jointly manufacture, distribute, and market Grapefruit's products, including but not limited to Grapefruit's patented disruptive Hourglass THC cannabinoid time-release delivery cream throughout Canada. In February, the company signed a memorandum of understanding, the MOU, with a Canadian partner, which sets forth the general terms of their agreement to form a new joint venture corporation to manufacture and distribute Grapefruit's patented disruptive Hourglass THC cannabinoid products through the Commonwealth of Canada, including the Canadian First Nations. That's huge. That's really exciting. The Canadian partner shall have exclusive rights with respect to the sales of Hourglass products in Health Canada permitted retail locations and in First Nation lands. From the formation of the joint venture, with exclusive rights with respect to sales of Hourglass products throughout Canada for 180 days, while the parties negotiate in good faith to establish unit sales minimums to support exclusivity. As we have stated before, this is the CEO speaking, as we have stated before, a joint venture may proceed without precluding an acquisition. Development of Hourglass MOU to both manufacture and distribute Hourglass into Canada has moved the entire process forward, as we are now more clearly understand each other's overall goals and priorities, as well as the capital requirements and legal, regulatory, and logistical challenges of finalizing a joint venture and an acquisition. We expect to bring the process forward to the point of making a decision in the next 60 to 90 days. Once again, that being said, we wish to emphasize that the discussions reported here, although largely positive, remain preliminary in nature and may be terminated at any time. Grapefruit will update the public as necessary on a material joint venture or acquisition developments as events proceed. Wow, these guys are getting involved in a lot of exciting stuff. And there was another press release about the 10 most profitable cannabis stocks on Seeking Alpha. And there you go. It's a little bit of an older article, and we'll be talking now a bit about those levels. But as you can see here, these guys showed up. So let's actually get into the chart analysis. Let's get into what we believe is going to be exciting aspect of the company. So this is the last month, okay? And when you look at this, there's been a huge, big green volume candle that indicates this first move up, right? And this first leg up, what happened was it was at around the 10 cents level. And this first move up took it from the old support and took it to a new support level, and more importantly, consolidated to a new support level, right? And when that happens, it looks like, the company has done a good job, or better yet, the security has created an opportunity for investors to realize that the certainty of this support, this old support, has now, with this new leg up, created a new level support, and therefore that indicates that there's some stability in that 10 cent level, right? So that consolidation has occurred, and when that consolidation occurred, what we're now seeing here is the Bollinger Bands, which is another indicator, are tightening up. And this indicates that all of the moving averages are coming into alignment. And this is exactly what trading algorithms identify as an easy golden cross, right? So this easy golden cross here with close proximity moving averages and Bollinger Bands tightening are really good indicators that the next moves will be positive ones, okay? And this big volume is basically a telltale to this next leg on big volume, this next leg up on big volume. So now let's look at another longer play here, a longer pick snapshot at the company. So as you can see here, this is about the last 2 years, and it's been 2 years since the initial IGNG RTO, reverse takeover run, okay? And the one thing you guys are going to notice here, it looks like for almost a year of sideways trading within a 10 cents range, and it indicates, again, what I was telling you guys before, that support within a certain mitigated risk factor of 10 cents. You see that? Over a year. So that shows a level of stability. And with that 10 cent spread sideways trading floor, more excitingly, you can see here this volume that existed during that initial RTO on IGNG, that volume is back, baby. And when that volume comes back, that's indicative of excitement, development, and more importantly, more moves that translate into positive aspects of trading this security. So the one thing we are excited about this company is, will we see new all-time highs on this security, right? This company owns facilities that are fully licensed and extraction labs, type 6 extraction labs and distribution centers in Hot Springs, in Desert Hot Springs, California, in the Coachella Valley, which has no manufacturing tax, and that helps every hourglass produced to be produced tax-free. So again, that's a very exciting aspect regarding this security. And the one thing I want to point out to all of you, all this information being shared here is for entertainment and educational purposes, as we here at the BFN are not licensed investment advisors, and no past performance is indicative to future gains or losses. We appreciate your time. To keep on winning, you got to keep on watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your alerts. This is Roger Chowdhury signing off at the BFN, the Business Financial Network. God bless.